The Pentagon now confirming ISIS launched a chemical attack against U.S. troops in Iraq.
We assess it to be a sulfur mustard blister agent. None of our folks were injured by this particular incident, and it wasn't particularly effective, but it was a concerning development.
New York Congressman Peter King is chairman of the Homeland Security Subcommittee on Counterterrorism and Intelligence. Sir, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you.
What do you make of this news?
Well, it's very troubling. Fortunately, it was delivered in a powdery form, which meant that it was not anywhere near as lethal as it could have been if it had been delivered as a gas. But having said that, again, it's very concerning, and certainly as our troops, or as the Iraqi troops, go toward Mosul, I think we have to assume that ISIS will use these type weapons as a last-ditch effort to defend the city. So it certainly raises the struggle to a new level. But also, Melissa, what it shows is this is where President Obama's failure 3 years ago to enforce the red line, because I'm sure these chemical weapons were taken from, and biological weapons, they can be taken from Assad's stockpiles. And the fact that the President did not enforce the red line when chemical weapons were used back in 2013. That's why they're still available today. It also shows that obviously Assad did not cooperate with the Russians, as the Russians said he would, in getting rid of those weapons. So now they're still there, and we have to assume there's a lot of them around that country which can be used against our troops, against Iraqi troops, and again, this is very concerning.
It's very concerning. How does it change the approach for U.S. troops now? What do they have to do differently? What do they take into consideration?
Well, obviously, I would leave that to the commanders, but at a minimum, they're going to have to take with them chemical weapons gear, which is very heavy, it wears you down, and it obviously obstructs, but it's something I believe they will probably have to do. But believe me, I'll leave that to the commanders on the ground, but it definitely creates a new danger for them, and it's going to require them to wear heavy equipment.
Yeah.